kicking with the aid of a breeze shaving slightly that end of the ground. That's the South Road end, and that's heading that way now. Oh, neat handball out there quickly to Footscray on the fence. It was Brian Cordy taken quickly down that side of the field. Sewell throwing it back, but it's Mace to take it. So Mason Williams with the 15-metre penalty against Footscray. Mace's kick comes just across the centre of the field. Chance for Terry Smith, who read play well. They want to get it moving. He finds Cross, who started with 2 goals in the second. A lovely pass up the full forward. Emmett Dunn in the back line once more. Cronin spears the handball out, but to the wrong player. Finds Footscray's Kennedy. A wild kick. A balloon. Cunningham on about the third bite. The crowd shout. A free kick going to Burton for Footscray.
Burton at half back. Be quiet play today. Footscray's prime movers have been fairly quiet. Tomei, spoiled by McPherson. Williams up to half forward. Edwards coming out. It's well spoiled by Frawley. Oh, Brown grabbed when not in possession. Doesn't get a free. Edmund penalised. Free kick going to Brown. He's on the boundary line, half back, grandstand side. In towards the centre. Keel. Spoiled by Burton. Burton, basketball style over the top. Footscray running. Wallace to Sewell. Bit fast. Can Sewell tidy up? No, he can't. Back to Royal. He's caught. He got rid of it. The umpire said Sewell to Wallace. That's a behind. 1 goal the difference.
It's a lot of huff and puff from both teams in this final term. After both the winners last week in their matches, the Saints thrashed North. Footscray really fixed up topside Essendon. Purser nearly got enough to be paid the mark. Pats it backwards. Rickman's 37. Smith had a grab around the neck. This is McLean, the wingman. Shoots the handball out. Burton charges after, but he looked terribly slow. Left to Rickman now for Footscray on the half-forward flank. Using a long handball. Tries to find the long-striding McLean, but the boundary line's beaten him. And the ball about 40 metres around from Footscray's goal.
At left half forward. Bulldogs going into the breeze in this final term. They led by 10 points at quarter time, but trailed by 17 at half and by 7 at three-quarter time. They go back into attack. Edmund, the skipper, the target. Down to Royal. He breaks out of a tackle. Chance to level the scores. Not now, but Sewell will. Marking on the kick-off line. Sewell, who kicked Footscray's 2 goals in the first term, played for a good deal of the third term in defence. This opportunity to level the scores at the 3-minute mark of the final quarter. That's Sewell's 3rd goal. So the Bulldogs fighting back here at Moorabbin. They're 7th. Outside the top 5 on percentage, and the Saints on the bottom of the list. Saints coach Tony Jewell not hitting the panic button.
Well, Footscray have moved Jim Sewell back into the forward line. He just kicked the goal at the 3-minute mark, and the scores are level at 56. Side bottom, he almost threw that ball away then when he took it from the ruck. Another bounce. Scores are level, but plenty of time left. St Kilda kicking with the breeze in this final term. Side bottom's done very well in those centre bounces. Smith knocks it out. McKenna furthers it on for Footscray. Tap on now by Rickman. Rickman's long kick. Back up into the teeth of the goal. Edwards is there. Edmund this time. Edmund spins around, falls down. Sewell, another one. 2 in a row. Great stuff. And what a marvellous man this Jim Sewell is. He kicked Footscray's 2 goals, only 2 goals in the first term. Played in the back line the third term. And within 4 minutes in this vital last quarter has kicked Footscray to the front with 2 quick goals. They lead by a goal.
Tony Jewell expression doesn't change. Nor does it much on Jim Sewell, who's an experienced campaigner. 4 goals. Best individual effort at Narrabeen so far. And the Bulldogs, who are down by 7 points at three-quarter time, now lead by 6, and they go back into attack once more. Odgers to Elphingston. The Saints go forward. In the road is Kennedy for Footscray. The Bulldogs looking pretty good. McPherson and Tomei. Tomei does it superbly. Not a good kick. Smith the opportunity. Again the opportunity. Little Jenkin. Will the bounce favour him? Cowie shepherds. Jenkin fires. Oh, and he's put it through. That's his second. And the scores are level.
It's building up for a ripper final term. Scores level twice in just over 5 minutes in this final, the final effort for them. So anyone can win. Although Footscray had to come from behind, so maybe that little effort has taken more out of them. The Saints were 7 points up at the start of the quarter, but they're back to level pegging now. Crow in the ruck, can't pick it up. Ball shoots out from the centre pack. Elphingston having the fumbles. Tackling's been fierce from both sides all day. Some of the kicking in front of goal's been terrible. Here's Keel, he's been a quiet player as a rover. Down to Cowie. Cowie's marked a long way from goal. He's almost on the centre wing. Gets a call in from Cross at centre half forward. He has to fight 2 of them. He's marked it. Cross, a fiery little customer in the second quarter, particular when he put St Kilda in front. This is his 13th kick. Lining up now from a long way out for his 3rd goal. Side bottom's given him a lead, but that's only a blind. Taking his opponent right out into the half-forward flank, and Cross going for the long shot. Won't quite make it. Marked by Cordy. What a beauty.
Been a fine player for Footscray. Goes out to the back pocket. Here's Cunningham with the opportunity. He's got it. Pass meant for McKenna. And Cunningham had the perfect set to take his 8th mark in the forward pocket. Now he missed from close in, almost directly in front in the second quarter, Jeff Cunningham. Here he is, about 40 metres out on the boundary line. Right forward pocket, kicking with the right boot. Barker up high, interfered with a Footscray player. There'll be a free kick, so the Saints don't hit the front with that kick by Cunningham, even though it was only going to be a behind. Neil Cordy will take the free, and the scores are still level. 7.5 minutes into the final term.
Now Cordy taking plenty of time. He's going to kick it towards Purser, but Crow's there with him as well. It's about time Purser slipped himself. Knocked it out of Crow's grasp. Ball coming over the back of the pack. Out of play.
Boundary throw in at left half forward for the Saints. The stands come alive. Crow against Purser, who grabs it himself. Back to McKenna. McKenna unloaded by Cross. The ball still in to May. Puts the Saints back into attack. Side bottom in front. Little Jenkin with his pace. Couldn't take the ball with him. Kennedy given plenty of latitude as 2 St Kilda players collide. Side bottom and Cunningham. Back towards the wing. Crow. Not Pay. Free kick to St Kilda. Will go to Odgers. Right on the grandstand wing.
St Kilda quickly into attack. Odgers kicks it into a nest of Footscray players. Only Cunningham there, and he marked in front of Purser. 1 against 5 Footscray players. It was Jeff Cunningham. That was good play. But this kicking's been atrocious this afternoon. Dribble right past side bottom. Picked up by Neil Cordy right on that last line of defence. Jenkin gets it. Can't get rid of it. Has another go. And eventually puts it out.
Jenkin, who came on in the first quarter when Fashini went off with a bad injury. Been a very nippy second row with 2 goals. It's Egan with the stack hack on for Footscray. Boundary throw in, left forward pocket. Side bottom and Purser. Smith going after it. Side bottom there. Umpire Nash will bounce. It's only about 25 metres out from the Saints' goal. 9 minutes gone, final term. Scores level. Anderson comes back on the ground for Footscray. Purser. Big Crow the opportunity. The kick behind the play, Ruckman marking it between wing and half forward, and he should drive this ball deep into attack for the Saints. He certainly does. Side bottom, waiting down, Barker! The Saints skipper puts them back in front.
Well, a lot of courage being shown by Barker. Look at Terry Gill.
Expression never changes.
He looks like a better Dressage Waxworks.
Barker's first goal from his sixth kick, and the Saints lead by 6 points. He was knocked out in the first term and carried off on a stretcher. And with two injured players, Lockett and Fashini had to come back on the ground.
Throw from the ruck. The Saints a goal in front. 10 minutes into the final term. And the ball up, centre of the field. Jim Sewell set Footscray alight in the start of this term with 2 goals in 4 minutes to put Footscray a goal in front. St Kilda have equalled the challenge. That was Cunningham going in there. This is McKenna thumping it on. Another knock on. Sewell. Look at the pace on Sewell. The bounce, it was a bad bounce. Didn't favour him at all. The Saints live again. Terry Smith takes that knock on. Nice handball to Cronin. Cronin by himself running down the centre of the field. He's run about 30. Kicks it another 40. Up the full forward. Barker! Oh, would you believe it? And every Saint supporter is standing on their toes. Barker just kicked the last goal to put St Kilda in front. It was one that he dribbled through from the goal line. And that's 2 in a row to Barker. He's the hero.
And you think the Saints have won a premiership. Barker acknowledges the up-ground players. The Saints fans are ecstatic. And they lead by 12 points, 11 and a half minutes into this final term. And that all started from a magnificent thump away by Brown.
"11 minutes into the final term, and it's the Saints by 2 goals. And Crow thumps one away from the centre, knocked on by Cowie, taken by Keel. St Kilda running on strongly, down to side bottom and Dunn. Got a bit of backspin on it there. Dunn gets it, tackled strongly by side bottom, wouldn't let him go, and the ball out of play. St Kilda's half forward flank.
Right half forward for the Saints. Purser against Cowie, who wins out. Kicked away by Kennedy. Williams and Mace. Cronin has been an effective player for the Saints, using his skills. Up to half forward, Cunningham. Waste no time. Have a look at that. Great play, Cunningham. That's his second goal. The St Kilda runner cheering the boys on. And that was a brilliant individual effort by state player Jeff Cunningham. Superb mark and up. And his second goal makes the difference. 18 points at the 13-minute mark of the final term.
4 goals in 13 and a half minutes. The Saints are running hot and finishing strongly. Crow in the ruck now is dominating where side bottom left. Burns tries to run through the centre. Here's Lund for Footscray. Caught there in a tangle of arms and legs. Done for the Bulldogs. Out to Burt. Out pointed there by Chamay. The boundary beats those two. Throw in St Kilda's half forward line. 4 goals in 13 and a half minutes in this final term, and Sewell kicked 2 goals in 4 minutes for Footscray. Tapped down by Cowie. Terry Smith keeps it. It's out now. Further towards St Kilda's goal, about 40 yards around. Barker was sensational with that mark. Cunningham down there as well. That was Purser over the top of Cowie. Smith desperate for St Kilda. Egan for Footscray. On to Burton. Hasn't had a good day. Crow.
Plenty of experience. Kick behind the play. Big Crow. His 10th mark. Drives it long. Cunningham again. He's marked magnificently. Crow's taken 10 marks and Cunningham's taken 11. And he's well within scoring range. Playing half forward today, Jeff Cunningham. It's curling back, but not far enough. 2 goals, 2 to the State player. And the Saints now lead by 19 points. 15 minutes gone, final term.
Brian Cordy really having nightmares now about Cunningham's grand final effort in this final term. This is Egan. Long one out to Neil Cordy. He's been a strong player for them. Wonderful marker of the football. Caught. Gets the handball back to Wallace in the centre. Wallace gets the kick down towards Sewell. Sewell number 2 and also Rickman, but neither of them went for the ball. This is McLean trying to beat 2 opponents. Morwood for St Kilda takes it and sidesteps. An underhand handball there to Cronin. Cronin's beautiful kick down towards Jenkin. Landed right in his lap. 40 metres from goal.
Gee, uses the football well, Cronin, Jeff, doesn't he?
Beautiful kick on the run.
Superb skills. Little Jenkin here to drive the Saints deep into attack. Barker! Couldn't hold that one. He grabs Purser well. He gets it out to McKenna. On to Kennedy. Under a lot of pressure. It's out to McLean. Cronin again. Back deep into attack. Cross. But over the top comes Lund to mark for the Bulldogs in the last line of defence.
Ooh, what a saver. Well, plenty of pressure on the Bulldogs, and can they stand up to it? Oh, the Saints are really on the boil. Not a good kicker. It's a balloon. Neil Cordy to Dunn. Oh, poor handball from Dunn. It deflects to Brian Cordy now. He's had a nightmare looking after Jeff Cunningham across the centre. The long kick up to McPherson. Over his hands. Edmund gets it. There's no one in the goal square, but it's dribbled right past it. It missed the behind post by about 10 metres. The throw in at Footscray's end.
Footscray kicked the first 2 goals in this final term to hit the front. They were down by 7 points at 3/4 time, but since then the Saints have added 4. 2 by Barker, 1 by Cunningham, and 1 by Jenkin. Edwards takes plenty of time. Another quarter ball. Rickman it was trying to barge his way through. And umpire Nash will bounce about 35 metres out from Footscray's goal. The Bulldogs going against the breeze in this final term. Dunn now on the ball. Gets it down to Burton. Mace put it on the ground. Ducked his head. Should be penalised and will be penalised. Dunn, 35 metres out. At a 30-degree angle. Crow on the mark. Oh, another post with a Footscray. That's their 3rd. And it's back to 18 points. The Saints in control in this final term. Out to Frawley, who's outpointed by Dunn.
And Dunn gives it to Rickman, who goes for a long run, but oh, he's in all sorts of bother. Didn't know what to do with it, and comes back, tries for Edmund. Edmund on the second bite, can't take it. Keel dives on it. Can't get it out of the pack. Mace eventually clears it, but it'll run into Rickman. No, it won't. Rickman must have been puffed after his last sortie. He's on the outer wing now. Gets it across to McKenna. McKenna over to Wallace. No, to Purser. He was in best position. Then he gives it to Wallace. Wallace needed a long kick to get it from here. Goes for a short pass to Edwards. Now at the 20-minute mark in this final term, Edwards has taken the mark and a 15-metre penalty coming his way. He doesn't realise it yet. To realise he got the 15-metre penalty, that is. So Edwards will kick from about 18 metres out from the goal square. His 5th kick. It's an important one. It's a goal. It's a Kilda lead now by 2 goals.
Been pretty quiet today, Butch Edwards. 1-2 his tally. And there's been a little bit of lack of mobility on the Footscray forward line at times with players like Edwards and Dunn when they've been up there together. So a 12-point margin now in favour of the Saints. Crow gets the knockout. Knocked on by Cowie. Hawkins back on the ground after that injury going off in the first term. Desperate situations require desperate measures by the Bulldogs. Another bounce. Just on the Saints' attacking side of the centre circle. Purser this time. Crossed the opportunity. Gets pushed in the back as McKenna was breaking away. Free kick to cross of St Kilda. Or it's Odgers.
So Dodgers long kick this time out towards Cunningham, and again he's outplayed. 3 times in this quarter he's beaten Brian Cordy. The floating kick to the goal square to the side bottom went past him. One behind. It's a handy one as well because it means the Saints lead by 2 goals 1.
Kicked into a halfback on the grandstand side. That'll be a free kick to McKenna, who was tackled from the front. Neil Cordy was breaking away. Neville Nash had blown the whistle, and McKenna, another possession getter for Footscray, down to just 11 kicks today. Their prime movers have been fairly quiet. Done in front. Swap places again with Sewell. It's like a game of chess as far as the Bulldogs are concerned. Up to half forward, chance here. McPherson judged it better than Mace. The Bulldogs fighting this out. They're down by 13 points. 21 minutes into the final term. Good lead by Edwards. Oh, he's got it. Good mark that. Under a lot of pressure from young Frawley. Now Edwards kicking into the breeze. Goes back across the centre square line. And perhaps he's just a bit too far out to score a goal. One the Bulldogs desperately need. It is going to fall short. Who's there to take a big grab? No one. Edmund claims he was tackled high. Umpire Hood comes in and will bounce. 22 minutes gone in the final term. The Saints with the breeze in this final quarter lead by 13 points.
It's not a very good bounce. In front of the goal. Tapped down by Crow. Oh, a chance here for Doug Hawkins, who's back on the field. He sprayed it. It's a behind. It's the Saints by 2 goals.
And you can see, look at Hawkins limping there.
Yeah.
He went off in the first term with that leg injury, and he's had to come back on the ground. Oh, here's a loose man as Brown pops it out to Tomei, all on his own at half-back. Tomei could have gone short to Morwood, but he went a little longer to Odgers and finds him. Cunningham leads into that space at half-forward in front of Cordy, and he gets a shove, doesn't get a free. Morwood to take possession. The Saints go back into attack. Elphingston knocks the ball on, but it's taken away for Footscray by McKenna. Up to half-forward, done the target. Good spoil, down to ground. Royal, a quiet play today. Off and running, still running. Not much pressure, runs his full measure. Deep into attack go the Bulldogs, McPherson and Mace. Oh, McPherson, a fine effort, not paid. Coming through strongly is Crow. Doesn't get it far away, but far enough. Cronin runs at it, overruns it. Burton onto Hawkins. How can Dougie Hawkins run it? He does, he plays it well. Splendid effort by Hawkins. Dunn standing flat-footed. Cronin out to Tomei, superb football. Tomei round the grandstand wing, and once again we see a runner getting on the ground. The Footscray runner this time. Back towards Terry Smith. Takes too long. Purser. Smith persists. In comes Elphingston. To help. Purser takes plenty of time. Too long. Tomei. He gets rid of it. Out to Elphingston. Oh, he ducked the high one. On to Smith. Smith weaves his way through the pack and drives the Saints into attack. Side bottom. Play on Zakol. Down to Cunningham. A side bottom slips over. Look at Cunningham go. Back the side bottom was the intent. Through comes Sewell. Sewell playing it in front of him in the centre of the ground. Can't handle it. Now he can. On to Burton. Burton fumbles. Oh, it's a game of great pressure. Time running out for the Bulldogs. They're 12 points down. Thumped away by Frawley. Chance for the injured Hawkins. Short to Edwards is good. And Edwards has got it in the forward pocket.
Very exciting passage of football as Smokey's just described. That was really top stuff. Football at its best and fastest late in this final term. Now the Bulldogs down by 2 goals. Can Edwards, he kicked his only goal in this quarter about 7 minutes ago. He's missed that. Bad kicking's bad football, and time running out for the Bulldogs. 24 minutes into this final term. And it's 11 points of difference, favoured by the fired up Saints.
Crow leading to the grandstand side. Now he goes away to the southern stands, the southern side. Straight down the ground's the kick where Purser is. He's spoiled by Odgers. Royal is caught with the ball. Smith has it. Takes too long to get rid of it. Coming through is McLean. Umpire letting it go. Oh, Royal and McKenna fighting one another for possession. McLean again. And the umpire Hood will bounce it centre half forward as we enter time on in this final term. The Saints lead by 11 points. It's walking wounded because Elphingston, a star at centre half back for them, perhaps best on the ground, has had to go to the forward line. Kicked out for Burns. Back into attack go the Saints. Little Jenkins, beautifully tackled Egan. Free kick. What a fine little player this boy Jenkins is. There's the lead from Elphingston. Barker's there too. The two big guns. It's thumped away by Cordy. Barker's got it. Across to Smith. This could be the sealer. Terry Smith. He's put it through. That is the sealer.
The players rush around to congratulate Terry Smith because he's been a great battler today. He's really put in. He's played all over the field. He's shown a lot of experience and of drawing players towards him. Disposal's been good. He's running in for the hard ball. He's marked a difficult one. And look at Tony Gill. 21 possessions to Terry Smith, and he's capped off that fine performance with a very, very timely goal. A tick into the extra time period.
Bounce favours Crow. Thumps the ball forward. Through comes Wallace. Caught without the football. Taken off him by Tomei. On to Cunningham. Burns running in support. Oh, that's a handball that puts Burns under pressure. Brian Cordy brought down, will get a free kick. Not in possession, right on the boundary line. Couple of minutes of time on played. The Saints have it won, and their second successive win will get them off the bottom of the ladder. Short to Wallace. The runner on the ground again, the St Kilda runner. Perhaps was responsible for starting that rather ugly melee in the third term. The ball is kicked up towards centre half forward, and Crow takes yet another mark. That's his 11th.
Biggest best this time of the game when the smaller flails can't jump, but Crow jump as better than ever. McKenna caught, quickly across to Royal. Royal caught. Tackling's been fierce. Young Tomei in trouble. Ducks two head tackles. Doesn't get a free kick there either. McKenna. The ball still in play. The player stopped. They thought it was out. Brian Cordy, who's been playing against the brilliant Cunningham. The bounce went right past Morwood into the arms of Rickman. Steve McPherson running down alongside him, but Rickman will have to go for the shot himself now. He's running out of time. Running out of space. Kicks with the left foot this time, right into the goal square. Knocked away. Great defensive stuff by young Frawley, who's really enjoying it, getting better by the minute. So Kilda got it wrapped up, 88-71.
27 and a half minutes gone, final term. Grabbed by Dunn, taken off him, kicked away by Mace. Cronin with the chance. McLean showing great pace after him. Chance for Royal now. Did he have the ball? No, he didn't. Free kick to Royal. Man on the mark on the square. Just 11 kicks today for Brian Royal. That's falling a bit short. Good play by Cowie. Brown for St Kilda. Cunningham! How many marks has he taken today? 12. One more than Crow. Cunningham to half forward. Terry Smith. Barker leads. Smith will go to the goal. It's another one. Oh, into the post.
Like 4 or 5 posts today. Oh, he looked good when he got that ball, and he took a deep breath and charged straight down the field. A chance for him to live again. Oh, almost a one-hander.
Oh, great play by Jenkins.
It's Lunn now with a chance. Right in the back pocket. Handball to 3 of his teammates. Sewell's played the forward. Oh, it's deflected back. Egan, Elphingston, and Jenkins again. A wild kick puts it out on the full. But he gets 10 for effort on that particular effort.
And the magnificent skipper Trevor Barker, KO'd in the first term, and magnificent in that last quarter. So the Saints win their second in a row and get off the bottom of the ladder.